Hi, I'm John Marshall Jones, and welcome to Training the Next Generation, brought to you by Mastering the Audition. And today we're here with one of America's new masters in film, my friend Harry Lennix.
Good to see you.
Harry, thanks for being here.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Now, Harry, I think that probably now most of the people who are watching this know your face, but they might not know all the things you're doing. So what are you doing now? What is your latest project?
Well, these days I am currently working on the show 24. We started filming in August, and I am going to be playing a character by the name of Walid Al-Razani for the first half of the season, with the possibilities, hopefully, that it might get extended, and just waiting around to see what happens with Commander-in-Chief, and then trying to put up a production of the Scottish Tragedy with my friend Nick Gillies' company. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so those things are keeping me pretty busy these days.
Oh, good. Now, Harry, you've worked on some pretty impressive films. You did the Matrix series. Yeah. You worked on a film called Titus that won you, what was the award?
It was a Golden Satellite Award from the International Press Academy. I was very proud of that award. I never received it, but I've been listed as one of the recipients of it. So it's been it's a nice.
Now that was Best Supporting Actor, wasn't it?
Best Supporting Actor. Yes.
That's incredible.
Yeah,
that's incredible.
Yeah, it was a pretty impressive field of candidates to choose from. So I was happy to be included, and very honored to have been the recipient.
Now, and wasn't Anthony Hopkins in that film?
Anthony Hopkins was Titus. It's based on, well, it really is Shakespeare's Titus Andronicus, but Julie did a tremendous amount of fiddling with the scenery and with the time and the setting. And so these days it is traditional to say Titus based on the play Titus Andronicus. So actually, interestingly, and in Shakespeare's own time and shortly after that, people would liberally edit, amend, redact, do all sorts of things to plays, and it would still be known as the play and by the author of the play. But it's a little bit different in Hollywood. So.
Now, let me ask you something, because you've had such a wide body of work. Who would you consider to be the masters that you've worked with?
Well, certainly Anthony Hopkins would be tops on my list as a master, a world-class actor whose pedigree is unimpeachable. He was greatly influenced by a fellow Welshman, the great Richard Burton, who's also one of my idols. He was also the pupil of Laurence Olivier, and in fact he understudied Olivier when they did Othello, and Hopkins himself wound up doing Othello a little bit later. I've had the great opportunity to work with a lot of American masters and masters from around the world, many whose names people don't know, but I've certainly learned and been under the tutelage of a lot of great talent, and have had the opportunity to work with a lot of exceptional talent, yourself included, for many years, and then also with Lawrence Fishburne, who I consider a master, Sam Jackson, many people. I mean, I couldn't begin to name all of the names, but I've been very studious in terms of who I look up to and who I enjoy working with, and who I still have the hopes of working with soon.
You've spent a lot of time working with these people.
Yes.
And I'm going to assume that they imparted quite a bit of knowledge to you, whether it was directly or through observation.
Yes.
So, if you had one bit of information, one piece of advice that you could give to an aspiring actor, what would that be?
Well, it's probably, this isn't original, but one of the things that I asked Anthony Hopkins when I had the occasion to work with him was, what is it that you find the most important aspect of preparing for a role? And I think that preparation, my great advice is to always be prepared. And his advice to me that he got from Olivier was that everything that you need to know about a character and about a situation is in the text. So when you're working on particularly a stage play, it's a little less so in terms of being in film and television. Television maybe a little bit more because there's a lot of dialogue, but you have to know what these characters are thinking. You have to be reading what other characters say about your character, what the character says about himself or herself, and what she says about other people. That gives you a great insight into who it is that you're playing, and I think that for me is the thing that I may have slept on a little bit earlier in my career, which is that I had the great ability to learn lines quickly. And so it was always, oh, let me get these lines out of the way so that I can go about just sort of, putting on the trappings of a character.
Come to MasteringTheAudition.com and buy your ebook and MP3 today.
3, 2, 1, action!
Hi, I'm John Marshall Jones. I'm a graduate of Northwestern University's theater department, an alumnus of Chicago's renowned Second City Theater, and for the last 15 years, I've been one of the busiest actors in Hollywood. And this fall, I'm beginning a nationwide tour for my book and lecture series, Mastering the Audition. It's my system based on 20 years of professional success that will give your students the tools they need to do their best audition every time.
I'm an agent and a manager for comedians, writers, actors. I feel great about it. I would recommend it to any of my clients.
What most students don't learn until they enter the profession is the audition is not a scene with another actor. And most times it's not a monologue either. So you have to prepare yourself to play both sides of the scene and be ready to respond even if the reader isn't giving you anything to respond to. It's a very specific skill that can take you years to learn. Through Mastering the Audition, I'd like to give your students the benefit of my experience. Let's take a look. The first thing to understand about preparation is the audition does not begin when you walk in the room. The audition begins when you receive the material. Whenever new information is introduced, you have a new beat in the scene because new information changes the way that the characters react to each other. Why does it have to happen in this moment? This is a pivotal question to an audition scene. It has to happen now. It can't happen in a week. It can't happen tomorrow. It can't happen just after the scene. It has to happen right now. Whether your focus is Stanislavski or Meisner, method or musical theater,
It taught me how to translate a director's language into an actor's language.
I can walk in anywhere and put that into not only an audition, I can go into a job interview and put that into effect now as well.
Mastering the Audition teaches the actor to build instant and dynamic relationships that make auditions spring to life.
To make it life and death again, to get urgency back in the scene. What am I going to lose if I don't fight right now and get the thing I want? What's at stake here?
Hundreds of actors will audition. Most will be boring. 3 or 4, they'll be really good. But the one that's best prepared to handle the pressure, that's the one that'll likely get the job. Mastering the Audition will get your auditions ready.
You ready?
I am.
All right, let's do this. Quiet on set, people. In 3, 2, 1, action!
Come to MasteringTheAudition.com and buy your ebook and MP3 today.
Wow, this is great. You can listen to Mastering the Audition anywhere, even at the beach. Look. Every day people are trying to sell you a lot of crap you really don't need. But if you're an actor, you need this information. It's what working actors know. It's why we work. So do you like what you've seen so far? Can you see how listening to your audition coach outside of your audition on your iPod or cell phone will give you a huge advantage over other actors that are just listening to each other? Isn't $29.95 pretty affordable for something that's going to help you to achieve your dream? It's your career. Let's get it started.
Come to masteringtheaudition.com and buy your ebook and MP3 today.